Hello, everyone. So recently I had the opportunity to do a really fun podcast. This is a quick 30-second snippet. Have a listen.
Kundalini is an energy within the human construct that every human possesses, and it is our divine energy. It is the reason that humans, for time immemorial, have been trying to awaken and open this energy, because they understand that is the piece of the human that connects you to not just your divine self, but all of source, all of the cosmos, to all of divinity.
So this podcast, entitled Behind Our Eyes, was created by a woman by the name of Liane Grimshaw. And in it, she interviews women like myself who are a little bit older, who have had profound spiritual awakenings, or in some cases, also like myself, who've just been on this spiritual path and this awakening path for a really long time. This was so fun to do. And of course, we talked about the energy work that I do, but we talked about a whole lot of other really engaging topics, all surrounding the spiritual journey. I talk a little bit about the work I've done with the mentors who have been most impactful for me over the last couple of years, and just some general insights into my philosophies and how my journey has unfolded and how I view this awakening process. So it's a really good podcast. I really encourage you to take a listen to it. But we also did something really fun, and we recorded a bonus episode where I'm doing a mini KAP transmission, and that's what I'm offering up here to you today. Now, normally, of course, in a podcast, there's no video, but because of the way Liane software works, we were on video. And so I was able to put it together into a YouTube video for you here. After you receive the transmission here, if you'd like to revisit it and go back and do it again, I'd encourage you to visit it through the podcast link that I have posted below, because in the bonus podcast episode, there is some additional conversation that you might find interesting, which is not included here. And the other thing is, after you receive the transmission, leave me a comment and let me know how you received it, what you experienced. I'm always really curious and really interested in the wide array and range in the ways that people receive this work and what unfolds for them afterwards. So leave me a comment and let me know. And there's a little bit of explanation as we move into the transmission. So I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
So um, this is an energy transmission, and basically you're just receiving the energy, and you will receive it best if you are in a quiet space where you can sit down, maybe lay down, close your eyes. So what I'm basically saying is, do not do this while you're driving or operating heavy machinery, as they say. In order to best receive this, it's carve out a little time and space. It's going to be a mini transmission. I think the track is about 13 minutes. So again, energy. Some people automatically, the first question that comes up for them is, wait a second, this is a recording. You're over there, I'm over here. How does this even work? Energy is a fascinating thing. It moves through the quantum realm. You don't need to know anything about science or physics. The energy gets where it needs to go. So my advice to you on the most simplistic level is just stay out of your head with it. You don't need to understand it. We use our cell phones all the time. We don't really understand how the data gets from one phone to the other. It just does. The energy moves in a similar way. The second thing I just want to preface this by saying is that generally for the KAP transmissions, Kundalini activation process, our transmissions are about 50 minutes, 45, 50, maybe up to an hour. Some of the transmissions, other type of energy I work with, can be 30, 40 minutes. So we're literally doing a mini version here, a taste. And energy is all working on a certain frequency. So sometimes it takes people, a good 5, 6, even 10 minutes to start to entrain and to sort of align with the frequency of energy I'm putting out. So all that is to say that in a mini version like this, maybe it's not quite enough time for you to really drop in. Some people might find that they feel stuff immediately right off the bat, though. So as with all types of energy work, how you receive this, it's vastly different from person to person. And so we're just throwing a taste out there. Take what you receive. Could be subtle, could be powerful, could be anything in between. And then, of course, if you want more, Liane will give you all the ways to reach me in my full sessions at a later time. So find a place where you can be comfortable. Highly recommend closing the eyes. And let's go ahead and do this. So Liane, I'm ready for you to start the music whenever you are. All right. So that was a little taste of KAP, Kundalini activation process. If you have your eyes still closed and you're in a little bit of a state, you can just stay as you are. If you feel ready to open them, absolutely feel free to do so. Sometimes people who are very sensitive drop right in and maybe feel like you've kind of experienced something a little outside yourself. So give yourself a minute to come back. And if that wasn't your experience and you just had a 13 minutes of listening to music with your eyes closed, that's okay too. The energy still got to you, got into your system, and planted some seeds somewhere in there. So, yeah. Liane, do you have anything you'd like